Hello, welcome to the forest. This is a reading for the sign of Pisces for love, work, or life in general. I'll be asking our guides about your current path and where you want to be, and I'll also be asking that first what they can see along the way and ahead to illuminate your journey. And at the end, I'll draw a card focusing on the element to help you stay balanced. And these are the cards I felt drawn to today for your sign. Feel like this is a little bit of magic, a little bit of truth, straightforwardness. Felt that was a good balance, and I felt like the Crow Tarot might want to come out at the end for that balance card. And along our way, I felt like the unicorns wanted to come out and say hello to Pisces, whether that be flying, swimming, whatnot. What do we have along our path for Pisces today? Pisces, ooh, Pisces, all about being intuitive, using those emotions to make the world a better place. Or just handle your own shit. you know, whatever you feel like today. Um, whatever works. Oh, okay, there we had two. I kind of felt like two wanted to come out there. Ooh, turn this one around here. Ooh, I like those colors. We have ending and a unicorn that looks like it's made out of fall leaves and an autumn fairy dancing on its back. And then we also have direction and what looks like a unicorn that also has wings. And there's a girl next to him. And it almost reminds me of like acrobats or something. Like they're both very muscular and poised. Um, and she's leaning against him and looking forward. And he's kind of like, he has forward momentum, but he's stopping almost and like looking back at her, right? So it looks like they're making a decision here. And with this ending card here, maybe you're looking for a new direction since something might have just ended for you. Put those there. I really like those vibrant colors. And the autumn card. That can be a card of transition, moving from one thing to the other, just like summer to fall to winter. Just like all seasons, it will come and go. I like that direction card though. I like how steady and strong they both are. What else do we have for Pisces? Looking for a new direction after ending some things. Oop, there we go. Got one. What else do we have for Pisces? What do we have for Pisces? Maybe you are fixed on a direction already. What do we have? Animals out here in our forest for Pisces today. Swimming, flying, hanging out, hiding. Any other ones? No? Okay, well we had two come out for Pisces. Ooh, we have goose and white stag. So we have a card about using your intuition to travel, trusting yourself to know the way, and believing that you are blessed. And then we also have another card about using your intuition, using that intuition to uplift you and take you to another level. You can use this gift to create magic, to create blessings. You use the power of nature and the synchronicities around you to talk to your spirit guides. You might feel your crown chakra activating right now. That one also says protector, is he can use those powers to protect those around him, to protect himself. I really like this inner knowing. Both these cards are about using your intuition and traveling to your next destination. um, I really like these cards are all flowing very nicely for you today. I'm going to be using this deck here for the main portion to find out where you are on your journey. I can't quite remember the names. I think it's like the Illuminated something too. But it's the version that's not all golden and sparkly. But that's okay. I still like it. It's very practical. But it's also very beautiful, and like the art is just amazing. Where is Pisces on their journey? Oh yeah, I see. uh, I see ya. Oh, yeah, those animals, they know what they're talking about. Sometimes I feel like I could just do the whole reading with those. Oh Lord. Okay. Um, so we have the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, she's amazing. She's wonderful. She's motherly. She's kind. She's focused on the people around her, on her home, the hearth. And in this one, you can see she's very gentle and she's looking down at that pentacle fondly. Sometimes she can be a little bit too focused on these things, but I like how in this one too, how there's that light behind her because she's also listening to her intuition. Um, we also have the artist. Ooh, this one is actually, I want to say, it's only found in this deck. This is like a special card that they made especially for this deck because he felt like this should be in here. And this one is tapping into your intuition and the divine and um, trusting in those creative forces all around you to bring something beautiful into the world. Whether that is through art in itself, music, writing, sharing your gifts with others. I really like that with the Queen of Pentacles. Because, on the flip side of this whole ending, trying to pick a direction and following your intuition that we were talking about earlier, we have, of course, the Tower and the Death card, which you probably already knew because you're like, yeah, yeah, you know. Um, Stuff hasn't been super easy lately, and I feel like everything is falling apart and changing. Out with the old, in with the new. All right, what else do we have? We'll find out. And I mean, sometimes this can be you just, changing your, I was gonna say changing your perspective, but honestly, with both of these cards together, I feel like it's definitely more than that. I feel like this is something that kind of turned your whole life upside down. Maybe there's no going back to this. And I do hope that you're not feeling maybe that, you know, that you're not able to feel nurturing anymore or you're not able to feel creative. I hope that those moments, that tower moment and those cards aren't about that, but it could be. It could be that, but I mean, this could also be you tapping into those energies in order to get through this, you know. Could be that you're, well, you know what? I just keep saying that and I have these cards in my hand. I just got to find out where you want to be. Keep asking them questions and I'm not waiting for an answer. Let me see. Where does Pisces want to be? Where does Pisces want to be? See, my mind does it. It just like runs ahead a little bit. Where does Pisces want to be? But that's also, part of having your crown chakra and your guides around you and listening to that and trusting in the things that they're showing you and listening. Um, but where does Pisces want to be? So far we have the Two of Fire, Two of Wands. What else for Pisces? What you're going to like to hear is that this, oh gosh, this one's real good too. You are already thinking about the future, and I love that. You want a new beginning. You are ready for it. You are actually like already looking ahead here. Yes. Oh, these are so nice. You also have the Seven of Earth with the Eight of Earth and the Magician. This is you manifesting a new beginning in something that you can see yourself enjoying in the future, something that you're going to put your heart, soul into. This might be a work thing, like a new opportunity that you see on the horizon that you're trying to make happen here. And it looks like it's, like you have an overall good feeling about this. I keep focusing on this. I'll show you here. Sometimes I just stop talking because I'm looking at it. I'm like, I'll just show you, right? So we have the Seven of Earth here. And you see how in this picture there are all these little like globes of fruit maybe? Or I can't quite tell. Well, anyway, um, that are growing on him, and he is so happy and like so surprised, like, wow, look at all these things that are growing here, you know. Um, and I just really like how amused he seems by these, and just kind of like, wow, did this happen? Did I do this? Are these really here? Is this happening? Sometimes this card can just be about like, oh, just, tending your garden, waiting for stuff to happen. And like, I just love the feel of this card, like the magic and the enthusiasm. It's like, it's not like you're like sitting there waiting and pushing and just like, oh, this is this is you like in awe. This is, I mean, like you're still waiting for them to grow, obviously. They're not all quite there and they're all different sizes, but nonetheless, you're doing the thing and you're happy about it. You're just like, wow, okay, this is really working, right? Like you are manifesting these possibilities here. We also have the Two of Fire and the Ace of Earth here. This is you seeing possibilities and seeing a balance that you're going to be able to achieve. And in this one in particular here with these two it looks like one might. Oh, actually, oh, it's a dragon. I thought he had wings, but there's a dragon behind them. Oh, that's even more neat. So like there are these companions on this journey together. So maybe this is a work thing, and you're going to have to start working with somebody, or other people, or regardless. I mean, if this is just you, working with yourself, working with the energies around you, I feel like you've found this balance. Look at how they're both like enthusiastic about this journey. They're they're ready to set off. Like he's got his staff, he's got his it's not a bow or staff, I'm not quite sure. But this guy's even like smiling. There's this dragon here. I think he's petting it even. They're about ready to start out on this new path here. Into this lush wilderness and leave behind this red moon and darkness and whatever is going on back here. And then, I mean, this Ace of Pentacles, this Ace of Earth, this is you staying grounded, putting those roots in, and then also using that foundation to look up toward the sky, to look at those possibilities and see those seeds that need to be planted. Um, this is absolutely amazing. This is like a blessing. This is saying that those seeds that you want to be planted, like they are there. Or let's see, your water sign, that little bit of a puddle, right? Or that little bit of a rainstorm that you might have seen on the horizon. You're like, oh, it's finally gonna rain. It's finally gonna do it. It's almost here. Like, yes, like it is. It's almost there for you. And you can like see it, you can smell it. And you're making it happen here. This is where you want to be. That is so nice. Like that you're not going to let this get you down, that you're going to keep moving forward. So anyway, we'll see how you get there. And I don't know if I said this, but I did shuffle and sage everything. I'll do a quick shuffle here, Liz. Keep going. All right. What do we have on the journey for Pisces, who is going through quite a radical shift right now? And if there is anything going on in your life that has been really hard, and hopefully it's not an actual death of somebody, and if it is, I'm so sorry, but a lot of times this card is just it's about change. It's about, realizing that the old you isn't quite cutting it anymore, and you're gonna have to like step up a little, kind of let the old go. And sometimes it can be, especially with this tower here, this could be like a life-changing thing that you're going through. But I like where you want to end up. I feel like that's very grounded. It's practical, and it's also enthusiastic and, you know, coming from a good place. And so far along your journey to get there, we have the King of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles again. All right, good, good. And in this one, oh, this one's kind of funny. This is like the kind I was talking about before, where the guy's just kind of like, sitting there watching his pentacles. He's doing the work and he's waiting. It's kind of like, all right, you can't really see his face. He doesn't look that. I mean, you can't really tell if he's happy or not. I mean, hopefully he is, right? He put in a hard day's work, and he knows that it's gonna pay off if he keeps working. At least he hopes. I mean, it could also be a card about worry. And then you see the other one that we have at the end of the journey where he's like still investing, still waiting, but like hopeful and just like, oh wow, look at this. So I actually really like that. That came out along your journey as well, because there is, something that you've been working on here that you're kind of like still in that waiting stage, and you really want to charge forward, but and you're kind of like, oh, is this gonna happen or not? And I feel like, you know, when things do start moving a little bit here, you're gonna get to that point where it's like, okay, yeah, this waiting is definitely worth it. Like, hey, like once you start seeing things actually start to happen, because in this one, here the pentacles, they just look like stars, and they're plain or whatever. I mean, they're pentacles. They are, I guess, whatever you imagine, whatever, if this is your love or your work. Um, but they're kind of plain in this card, in this one, and in here they're just lit up and bright. And I know that you want this thing that you're putting yourself into to be this bright, beautiful thing, and you're gonna manifest it. Like that's what you want to do, because the stuff that's going around you now is just a lot, right? It's just it's leaving you shaken. It's leaving you feeling uncreative, and I feel like are that Queen of Pentacles, but I feel like this is getting to you too, and that might be that part of your life that it's affecting the most right now. Is being, that provider, that person that cares about other people. Maybe you've been taken advantage of. Um, so what else do we have here along the way? Right, I'm going to pause this for just a second so I can change my earpiece. All right, hopefully that worked. All right, so anyway, sorry, I'm like one of those people, like my earbud died. I'm one of those people that has to like listen to stuff all the time, or it's hard to focus. Like my brain needs something apparently to struggle against in order to focus on something else. So I kind of ignore one thing, but kind of I don't know. It's a good flow for me, I guess. I'm not sure why I'm telling you that. It just happened during your reading, so maybe something like that would help you. I don't know. I just like to listen to stuff. Right now, I'm listening to Christmas music that also has like a crackling fireplace noise in it. And it's like super old songs, like classic stuff, nothing new, so I can tune it out, but it's also kind of just back there. Um, along your journey to get to this place where you can manifest your dreams coming true and making you happy, where you can have these decisions and adventures again, you're kind of going to have to go into boss mode a little bit here. And you're going to have to, but at the same time, you're going to have to understand that these things that you're investing in, they're not just going to happen overnight, right? And it might be a little bit hard to carry your enthusiasm with you along the way. Um, you might have to power through it a little bit, you know? And I see you finding your stride along the way, though. Once you can kind of like let go of what's going on right now that's having you shaken up and feeling maybe like you don't have enough, like maybe your dreams have just been crushed or whatever, you know. Um, I feel like even though you've had this tower moment with this Seven of Pentacles along the way and at the end here, that's you waiting on something that you've already put your time, money, and energy into. And I feel like even with these tower moments here and the death card, I feel like there you do have something else that is keeping you grounded. Because otherwise it wouldn't be at the seven, would it? It would be at like uh two. Or or you'd be the ace here. I mean like, it would be something, but this is something that you've already put yourself into. And and if not, honestly, if it's not really, if it's something that you're kind of just like, maybe a worry, a worry about something that you do have that you are hanging on to, it might be better to just let that go if you need to, because you do have abundance here in the future. You do have choices and things that are going to work out for you. Um, to get there, you are going to have to kind of, step it up a little bit. You're going to have to keep moving. And sorry, I kind of paused there because like I'm looking at this Eight of Wands here. In this card, all you see are the wands. Like, you don't hardly see anything else. You don't see the background, you don't see the people, you don't see anything going on. It's like literally not being able to see the forest for the trees kind of a thing. Like, you have so much going on, but at the same time, you're almost there. And then we have the Five of Swords here, which is about, it's about achieving a victory. But the whole downside of this victory is that he is now alone. He's alone with his thoughts here. Where once he had friends, and support behind him, now he's alone and he's not feeling very good about it at the moment. I'm wondering if I think that you have, how do I put this? With these cards of transformation up here, right? The Tower and the Death card. And then, we actually have all these cards up here too of inner knowing and intuition and finding that new direction and needing to feel protected. I mean, I feel like you're having to like really change 100% how things are flowing for you. We also have this Queen of Pentacles, and how you are feeling now with the Artist and the Tower and the Death card. No one wants to see the Queen of Pentacles like in this situation or an artist or like anything creative, right? This is a shakeup of your home, your heart, your family. Um, and she's like I said like in the beginning, like this wonderful, loving, nurturing person. And then I see on your path here after, having this these horrible kind of things happen, and needing to transform yourself and letting go of who you were and just being, you know, um, maybe not happy about it. You know, and I'll show you why I say that about these, because you see here, like these cards are not whitewashing anything. You know, in this Tower card here, this man, he's naked except for this thing that's falling around him. And he's actually wearing a mask, so you can't even see his expression. But he's falling backwards. He can't see where he's going. And even if he could see, I mean, he's still not really being true. He's not being honest. He's still wearing the mask, right? We still want to be able to see him. But he's falling backwards, and you know it's gonna hurt. And I mean, in the tower in this one, it's not, he hasn't even fallen, but there's all this darkness on top of it in this eye, and these lightning bolts, and it's just like bam, and he's just like falling down out of it. Um, I think that's very interesting. Like his tower is still there, but he's not. And the like divine forces see this. This had to happen though. You shouldn't be wearing a mask, right? Um, and then we have the death card here in the next one, and this one is also it's a bit extreme here, but it's also very truthful, right? I mean, death is what it is, and it looks like they're kind of having you face this reality, as morbid as it may be, and um, but you see this lady, I mean, you see this person in the corner there, and they're crying and they're mourning. And I'm honestly like that's a very healthy step in this process, like letting go of that old and embracing the new, because there was a reason why you liked what came before, right? And it's healthy to mourn that. It's healthy to be sad when things that you like aren't there anymore. And in this death card too, he is revealing his face. He's revealing who he is. I mean, regardless of what he looks like. This is the truth of him. This is the truth of what he is. And he is letting us see his face in this one, as opposed to in this other card here, in the Tower card. He's revealing his face, even if it's not the face you want to see, because that's the truth and that's the situation. And you're going to have to like let go of this. But he's also, you see this like ring around him behind him, right? And he's also kind of, it almost looks like stepping through this portal, and because there is more, and there's also like this flower on the bottom too, because there is life, and life comes, from death. Like it is a cycle, and he is alive, and he is looking. And he isn't, immune to her feelings. They're part of him. They were a part of him. Maybe I'm saying him. I mean, it might be her even, transforming. But I'm gonna keep going because I was gonna say in conjunction with the Queen of Pentacles, and these energies of needing to let go and face these truths and um, mourning the past and letting things go. I see the King of Pentacles coming up here. Or I'm sorry, the King of Wands. And he's a very determined king. And he also looks kind of nice. He looks like he probably has a good sense of humor. And I like the little fire salamander on the bottom there. I feel like in order to maybe leave some of the sadness behind that's regarding, the things that are going on, you might have to employ a little bit of that fire, in order to move forward. Because right now you're kind of like looking at these things and you're like, geez, did I really work on all of this for nothing, right? Did I just, put all this work in and nothing's gonna come of it? Um, Even if I win, what's gonna happen? What did I lose? And all I can do is keep fighting and like even when I win, it doesn't always feel like a victory. Um, but anyways, I mean that's also part of this process too, right? Is looking at those thoughts that are keeping you stuck, that aren't going to let you move on with this process in order to keep moving forward, in order to get to this place where you can, look at things in a brighter light and be happier about them. And like I feel like I really like this King of Fire, or yeah, this King of Fire here, with these other cards. Like I feel like these cards are very like, ugh, they're just like, they're about being worried. They're about, hey, I did this thing, but I just don't know, you know, and I feel like he's here to kind of like help get you through this. I kind of feel like this is you digging in your heels, being like, no, like this is something that I did feel really good about, that I really like, and maybe I'm not saying it's like the same thing you're doing before, and I actually feel like this is you maybe going in a different direction. If you were feeling, if you're feeling ungrounded, I feel like this is you kind of just, you know, embracing this change. I feel like in order, like this might help you along your journey to embrace this. Um, because he's a king, but he's the king of fire, which means that he's put in those steps, he's taken that journey, and he is more about I want to say like authoritative, or about being assertive, like in this situation, you know um because I feel like you need this energy to like help get you through this, because it's not always going to be easy. I do see that, do see you worried here along the way, but I also see the things that you're worried about. You want to make sure in the end that there are things that you're going to be happy about, that you're going to be able to start off from this new place here, right? And in order to get there, you're using this fiery energy. You're using this assertive energy, to like push past these thoughts and things. You know, the the King of Wands isn't gonna sit and worry about these people walking away. He's got other people, right? And like same thing with his Pentacles, and like he's not gonna sit there and worry about his Pentacles. He has other things to do. He knows his Pentacles are fine. He's the king. So I really like that. And I keep ignoring these cards. I'm so sorry, but like I feel like and part of the reason is just because like I feel like your reading is going to be really positive. Like this change is going to be really positive, because on your journey you also have the Empress and the Page of Cups. And these have been sitting on your reading the whole time. Sorry I didn't mention them before. I'm sure you've seen them, but and this is what I think is really helping you, because you're going to go into that boss mode and you're going to find your footing again, and then these pentacles, they are going to come to fruition, because the Empress, she's a major arcana, and she's about abundance, man. She's about, you know, getting shit done and seeing the results and then sharing it with everybody, not only for today and tomorrow, but for the next day and for all her kids and her kids' kids and like, all that stuff. And with the Page of Cups here, oh my gosh, that's like so much enthusiasm and happiness. Look how happy she is here, looking at this it's a fish in a cup actually. But it doesn't matter what it is, right? Because like she's focused on her happiness. And I think that's really important for you, because right now what you're going through is really, really hard. And you're not sure if you're going to find that happiness, because maybe you were the Queen of Pentacles, maybe you did have a lot of good shit going on and it just all kind of went, oh no, and a lot of things changed on you. And maybe it was even just you changing your thoughts about things. It could even sometimes be as simple as that, or changing your thoughts, your feelings about it. With these two together, though, I kind of feel like that was like a major change in your life, like a major shift. Could be wrong, but um, but if you're like worried, if you're worried that this isn't going to work, that these things that are happening, that you're not going to be able to like get through this or really see this victory, it's not going to be worth your time or your effort, or like the things that you're doing are just going to leave you like stuck in the mud and like left out in the cold, and all your, you know, the seeds that you planted are just like nothing, gone. And you know what, dude? Like, you know what you have on your journey? You go from the Queen of Pentacles, going through this, um, this, I don't want to say this, this process of having to leave the old behind, having this tower moment, this, my life is falling apart and I have to change everything and everything around me is changing, right? You have her and no one wants to see her hurt. She's wonderful. She's beautiful, right? And the things she takes care of, I mean, oh, anyway. But anyway, so you're going from that to along your journey, you are leveling up to become the Empress. If you embrace this, you know, change, if you keep your faith, if you keep taking those steps and watching your investments, the things that you've put your heart into, if this is a relationship, or if it's a work thing or a project, keep looking after it, keep going after it, this victory, it is going to be successful. You aren't going to be left alone in the cold, because you have the Empress card here. She's about, like I said, she's about abundance. She's about getting shit done. And this card especially, is why I'm saying that, I guess. Because here you see these flowers that are growing up around her, and she's leaning back in her chair, and she has this flower in her hand. I mean, she's enjoying all the hard work that she's put into everything, and she's at the top of her game here. And maybe maybe right now things feel really, really hard, and you're like, I don't know if I can ever get back to this energy I was at before, where everything was just good, and I was, you know, in this really good, nurturing, warm, happy place again, because you find it on your journey. And not only that, but you're the next level. You're the Empress. So, yeah, just keep going, right? Employ that little bit of fire here, keep after those investments. And if you have to let things go, you can do it, because you're going to find enthusiasm along the way. Especially with this Page of Cups here, like that something that like, I mean, it might even be new love coming into your life or something that you love. If this is like a relationship that ended, that just left you like feeling like shit, I'm so sorry. Um, and I see you coming out of that like, oh my God, but at the same time, like, I'm gonna get out of this, right? And I see you taking those steps and getting through this worry, because something is going to come into your life and you're just going to be like, hell yeah, and you want that, you want to be able to manifest these things that you've put your time into, and you want to have new experiences and new love and new projects. Like these cards in the beginning said, you want to, trust your intuition, go in a new direction, and be happy. And you're definitely going to. So anyway, I'm going to use a card now for balance. Kind of felt like these wanted to be used. Hopefully this isn't getting super long, but we'll see. Do a quick shuffle there for you. So what do we have for Pisces from the crows? I don't know, I just felt like the crows kind of just wanted to fly in for a minute. We'll see what they say. Crows are very, very wise. They have a good sense of direction. So we'll see. Is there an element you could help us with, crows, for Pisces? Element from the crows for Pisces. Oh, we have the Three of Cups. This is about enjoying the things that make you happy with others. This is spreading that love, spreading that joy. And there's enough for everybody. Especially in this card here, there's that laurel wreath here, which is like a victory wreath, and with these colors here and these branches that are budding and blooming in the blue behind them, it's almost like, winter or, is leaving and spring is coming, especially with these flowers on the bottom here with the daffodils and whatnot. And the ground is kind of reminds me of spring. It's like this newfound beginning, this beautiful feeling of spring and like, the scent of rain, So if you need something to focus on, Pisces, um, your guides are telling you to focus on that feeling of belonging and togetherness, that feeling of that perfect spring rainstorm and everything clears away and there's that scent of rain in the air and the sun is shining and the flowers are blooming and you're sharing this feeling of love um, with yourself, with others, with divinity and the things around you that make you happy. All right, anyway, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you so much and I hope I see you again. Bye.